Alright, y'all, this is your boy Tyree, and this part of the Should I Sons Television section is coming from a gentleman by the name of Matthew. Sent out a text and a tweet out through Twitter to come up with a theme or a topic for this month's episode, and he came up with a very good one, and the theme is, why do some people settle in relationships? So I jotted down about 4 different things about why I feel that people settle for relationships. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert, but I will voice my opinion on the subject matter. And I guess I want to kind of tweet it like this. I want to talk about 4 steps to let you know that you might not be ready to date or to court, or whatever you want to call it. 4 important signs that you just may not be ready. Understand this, that dating, courting, whatever you want to call it, is like navigating a jet. Okay, you need to have the right information. You need to know what to do in different seasons, at different levels. You need to understand how to navigate through this part of your life. Anyone that has been through this whole dating game will understand that this is pretty complicated business. It can get complicated. So it's important that you know the steps, the different things to do before you decide to take off. And the camera's like really all up in my grill piece. Let me see if I can change that. All right, to let you know. So here's 4 signs that you might not be ready. Sign number 1, sign uno, is that you may be too young. All right, now you're probably saying, well, what's the right age? I'm gonna say this: mentally, you are too immature. If you cannot take care of yourself, if you're still breaking promises to yourself, if you still can't take care of your own needs, don't be that ignorant and that rude to invite somebody else into your drama right now, because you're not even ready to take care of yourself, let alone the needs and the wants of another person. I'm saying this right now, as young people, your focus needs to be on doing the best you can at school to set that groundwork, that foundation for what you're going to do for the rest of your life. As minimum distractions as possible at this season of your life is most important. Relationships as drama. You get into a relationship, he don't like you no more, she don't like you no more. Most young people feel like ending their lives. If they don't end their lives, their homework starts going down, starts getting into fights with their parents, all kinds of drama, all because they were just too young mentally to understand that you can't control the emotions of somebody else. You can't control the feelings of somebody else, but too immature to understand that. So number 1, if you're too immature. All right. The second one is if you have a significant problem with lust. I'll take a drink break, let y'all think about that for a moment. If you have a problem with lust, if you have a problem, if you're struggling with pornography, if you're struggling with lack of control in your thought life, you need to conquer that thing first before you then invite somebody in on just the way you think and the way you perceive things. You've got to conquer that first, or else the relationship is going to get physical. If you're not married, that is the wrong thing to start doing, is trying to get physical, because that just leads to other issues. That's a whole nother TV episode. But if you have a significant problem with lust, check out 2 Timothy chapter 2, 21 through 22. That's 2 Timothy chapter 2, 22 verses 22. And I'm going to tell you this: flee from youthful lust. At a young age, the internet, the media, magazines, even walking through the mall nowadays, there's girls walking through the malls with outfits like this on. They got the outfits and they covering up like this much of their body. All right, that's trifling. Okay, and you have to see that nowadays, and so you need to learn to flee youthful lust. I myself, as a married man at the age of 32, 2 children and a wife, I don't go to the mall in the summertime. Some females just do not know how to dress. Their mama ain't teach them better. Or maybe their mama dressed like that and they got their clothes from their mama. Alright? But honestly, if you know the age and you should not be shopping at Baby Gas. Some of y'all females are wearing clothes that y'all done bought and look like at Baby Gap, and you need to be at the Bonton or J.C. Penney's in the older lady section, teen section. You don't need to be buying no Baby Gap stuff, because that is not covering up all the places it needs to cover up. You need to stop it. Alright, so 2 Timothy chapter 2 verses 21 and 22. The third thing is God is not first in your list of priorities. I'm talking to believers here. That God is not the first in the orders of your priority. A strong commitment with Christ is the foundation that relationships should be built on. A firm foundation. A relationship with Christ is a great platform to build any relationship on. You need to understand that Christ is your source, that He's your comforter, that He's going to be there for you, that He'll never leave you nor forsake you. You need to have your relationship with Christ first. So you're still struggling, you don't know your identity in Christ, don't get involved with somebody else, because you're going to think that your identity is met in what they say, or if you do this for me, then I look at you at a certain way and not who you are in Christ. All right. So that's the third thing. The first thing is you may be too young. Second thing is that you have a significant problem with lust. The third thing is that God's not first in your list of priorities. The fourth and final thing is you believe dating will make you happy and fulfilled. This is crazy. People aren't your answer. I wrote something down here. People aren't your answer. If you look to them for hope and fulfillment, you can quickly become another one of your problems. Only Jesus Christ can fulfill and take away that empty void. A lot of people are like, well, if I just find a new boyfriend, just find a new girlfriend, if I just move here, if I go to a different school, if I relocate. You know, a lot of times people, places, and things are not the problem. A lot of times the problem is us. So if we leave another person, go to another person, or we leave another place and go to another place, guess who always shows up? You. You just may be the problem. You just may have to conquer some issues. You just may have to conquer some things until you can get ready to bring somebody else in to your life. So we're going to run through these 4 things again. 1, if you're too young. If you're too young, all right, too immature. Second thing, if you have a significant problem with lust. The third thing, God is not on the high list of your priorities. And the fourth thing is if you believe dating is going to make you happy and leave you fulfilled in somehow. So that is just my thoughts on ways that you may see that you are not ready to date or bring somebody else into your life in relationship mode. Alright, my name's Tyree. That's it for this segment, and we're going to move on. Enjoy these clips.